Hi, my name is Sydney, and today I'm going to be talking about the YouTube video called Generating Electricity. So to start off, Phil tried to build a wind turbine using an electrical motor, index cards, chopsticks, scissors, push pins, tape, and modeling clay. So he cut out the four little pieces, like strips of the index card, and he taped push pins to like stick out the edge so he could attach it to the chopsticks, and he made 4 of these. And then he put the chopsticks in the modeling clay and attached a motor to the top so it would spin. And he used a voltmeter to show that electricity was being made when like the wind turbine would spin. And he basically did this to emphasize that when making a generator, it's really important that the generator spins, because the more it spins, the more electricity it can create. And I think he generated like 1 volt of electricity, if I remember correctly. Another way he generated electricity was using a conductor, so like a spool of copper wire and a magnet. He had a galvanometer connected to the copper wire to show electrical current like going through, or electricity being created, and a galvanometer measures small amounts of electricity. So he put the magnet through the spool of copper wire, and a small electrical current was created. And when he would move the magnet in and out of the circle of copper wire, the galvanometer would move back and forth. So he pretty much created an alternating current because it was moving back and forth like this. But he also emphasized that you only get electricity when you're moving the magnet through. So he tried just setting the magnet in the middle, and the electricity that was created from him putting the magnet in slowly decreased. So the next thing Phil went on and did was generating electricity using human power. He attached a bike to a generator, and the bike had, I think, 2 or 3 gears on it, so it could offer more rotation to generate more electricity. And doing this, he produced 18 volts of electricity, which I think they said was enough to power a power tool. He then goes on to talk about solar energy and how that works. So solar panels are used to collect energy from the sun. So photons from the sun hit the top panel or the top solar panel, and when these photons hit the solar panel, it knocks electrons to the bottom solar panel, and these extra electrons are sent to go through a wire to generate electricity to be used by people in a house or something like that. And this process just keeps repeating. The next thing they did was going back to the bike. They were trying to generate more electricity using human power. They attached a generator to a bunch of gears, and they had a spindle that had a bunch of rope wrapped around it, and then they took the rope and then ran with it. So hopefully that was gonna give more power to generate more electricity. So when the rope was pulled, 24 volts of electricity were created. I think they said that's enough for like a personal scooter, like a moped or something, I guess, to charge one of those. I don't know. The next thing they talked about was using the power of the ocean to produce electricity. So pretty much what Phil was getting at was that you could place a generator in the ocean, and as the tide comes in and out, the water is going to create like a spinning motion in the generator, creating electricity. And he also talked about using like waterfalls and like running water and stuff like that to generate electricity, and just showed how if you have water like falling from a high place and have a generator like lower, that'll create the rotation to generate electricity. And obviously like things like that are a lot more powerful than trying to generate electricity with human power. So the last thing he did He attached the generator from earlier to a pulley system instead of running with a rope to get more rotation. And he attached it to a pulley system and was holding the rope and then jumped off like a table or something. And when he did this, he generated 29.7 volts of electricity. And unfortunately, this is not enough to power a house or anything. Yeah, human power is not good for generating electricity. Thank you.